Cape Town City Hall, the place where Nelson Mandela made his first public appearance, his first public address way back in 1990 after his release and after 27 years of imprisonment, and along with all the other official engagements commemorating his life. Also on Monday, a special joint sitting of the two houses of Parliament has been called, and with me to discuss that is Lazuko Jacobs, a spokesperson for Parliament. Lazuko, tell me, why have MPs been called back? Parliament has already dispersed for the term this year. Why have MPs been called back?
Leicester, just up this road, a few meters, is the institution of Parliament. That is the institution that elected former President Nelson Mandela as the first democratically elected president in South Africa. It has deemed it necessary that it should reconvene, even though Parliament is in recess, to hold a special sitting of the two houses of Parliament, the National Council of Provinces and the National Assembly, to mark this occasion. Special sittings are not held for ordinary occurrences. This is an extraordinary occurrence. Special sittings are to mark historical moments. And now the passing of former President Nelson Mandela, the presiding officers of Parliament deemed it necessary that they should invite the members of Parliament back from recess, back from their constituency work, to mark this occasion. So on Monday at 2 o'clock is going to be this sitting where the two houses will be sitting to pay tribute, to commemorate and to celebrate the life and times of the father of our nation.
Few of us can forget the first time Nelson Mandela walked into Parliament. He was preceded by Mbongi singing his praises, something very different from what traditionally we've seen happening in the South African Parliament pre-1994. What did that signify? What did Nelson Mandela bring to the institution of Parliament?
You know, that carried with it heavy symbolism, because with that act, Madiba was redefining protocol. Remember, our Parliament subscribed for a long time to the Westminster kind of approach. Madiba introduced public participation. The introduction of the Mbongi was part of a broader redefinition of the nature and structure and format of that state occasion, because now the State of the Nation address carries with it a defining element of public participation. You've got hordes of people who are there, as you would see on every State of the Nation address. So in accordance with that, Parliament took a decision to say, for this particular occasion where we bid farewell, where Parliament bids farewell to Madiba, they have issued an open invite to all citizens, to members of the public, to come in their thousands. In fact, there are adjustments as I speak to you now. That place, Parliament, is being transformed into something to accommodate the historical, the momentous occasion of Monday. We're expecting thousands of people. In fact, we anticipate that the National Assembly Gallery will not be enough to accommodate all the people that we're expecting. In fact, we've designated other spaces within the precinct of Parliament, in fact, in other buildings there, that we're going to link up for people to be able to sit but still be able to follow the proceedings in the National Assembly, inside of the broader parliamentary buildings, but also outside. You know, weather permitting, we would like to accommodate as many people as possible, because that's the only way of doing justice to a legacy that was bequeathed to the institution of Parliament, where people are part of matters which are of importance to them, that are relevant to them, that are of value to them.
Lazuko, just finally, one of the most poignant moments of former President Mandela's presidency was his farewell speech to Parliament. He was a president for one term. He said he'd stand for one term. What does this say about the man and his dedication to the upholding of democracy and accountability?
Look, if you're going to talk about Madiba's stature in terms of everything, you know, morally, politically, intellectually, he is without parallel. It's not the things that he left, the legacy that he left at Parliament defines Parliament. He said Parliament, it is within Parliament that we have got instruments of transformation to change this nation. The way he deferred to Parliament, the way he related to Parliament, the way he subjected to himself to scrutiny by Parliament, just the whole relationship with Parliament and the contribution, because remember, there had not been a democratic Parliament before Madiba took over. Madiba took over, there were no precedents to learn from, you know, for our country, for our people. But what we have we haven't even tried to adjust. There's no even an intention to adjust. In fact, we now realize that Madiba showed us how beautiful a people we can be. In terms of implementing, strengthening, and utilizing our democracy. We are just building on that now, strengthening and making sure that we take it to the highest point possible.
Lazuko Jacobs, the spokesperson for Parliament, a special sitting on Monday with MPs from both the National Assembly and the National Council of Provinces being called back from their recess, called back from the constituency work for that special sitting of both houses of Parliament paying tribute to former President Nelson Mandela.
Well, the City of Cape Town has planned a full itinerary over the next week.